A giant electromagnet's 3,200-mile journey has come to an end. Over the past month, the Muon G-2 has been moved from Brookhaven National Laboratory in Long Island to its new home at Fermilab in Batavia. NCTV 17 was there capturing every moment of its journey here in Illinois. Onlookers cheered in the early morning as the 50-foot circular electromagnet finally arrived at its new home.
The biggest risk to the project is now retired. We're sitting here with this device. We just get to put it back together now. The fun part starts.
The Muon G-2 has traveled 3,200 miles from Brookhaven National Laboratory in Long Island, down the Atlantic coast, through the Gulf of Mexico, up the Mississippi River, and finally landing by barge in Lemont. From there, it took 3 nights to drive to Batavia. This was one of the widest loads ever to be transported across Illinois roads, requiring the closing of streets and removal of signs that could be in the way. Therefore, traveling took place over 3 nights and drew a big crowd each time.
Well, my daughter was coming down the street and she saw this big object and she stopped somebody and says, "It's a big giant magnet coming through, once in a lifetime thing." So we got in my car and we came down here to see it.
I want to be a scientist and make experiments, like build one of these days.
The Muon G-2 will study the wobble of muons, subatomic particles with a lifetime of only 2.2 millionths of a second.
The idea is to see if there's any new physics out there that we don't know. So we have this thing called the Standard Model, which describes particle physics really well. And we're trying to poke holes in it. We're experimentalists, so the theorists tell us, well, this is the way nature should be, and we check it. And we're hoping, it'll be very exciting to find something that the theory doesn't explain, because then that means that there's new physics going on, and that'd be very cool for us to do.
To build a new electromagnet would have cost about $30 million. To move only cost about $3 million. But it's a tricky process. The Muon G-2 can't twist or it will damage the ring entirely.
It's made out of metals, and aluminum mainly, copper, but there's a special metal that it uses called niobium titanium. It's like as fine as human hair. If the magnet twists, then we have the possibility of breaking these very delicate strands.
In charge of moving the device was Lemont International, an Oregon-based company that specializes in heavy-haul transportation.
We're just so fortunate. We have great guys that have great depth perception, and remember, they have the guys on the ground when they get into tight spots. There's a man on each side watching to make sure we have the clearance, all radio communication, and we just take it slow and easy to make sure the load drives perfectly safe.
The Muon G-2 is expected to be ready to collect data in 2016.